I'm currently building a rig around the Sony A7S II, and the first accessory that I decided to pick up for it was this SMALLRIG cage. So today I thought I'd just give you a quick rundown of the cage itself and my overall thoughts on it. Here's the A7S II sitting inside of the SMALLRIG cage. Everything machined perfectly, fits perfectly, all your ports are accessible and functional. I gotta say though, upon first impression, this cage is a lot bigger than I thought it would be, but I guess that was really just me, because if you know the size of the A7RII, the A7S II, you should really know what you're getting into. One thing that I would like to point out though, if you can see these connecting points, this cage is actually made up of 4 different pieces. You got a top, 2 sides, and a bottom plate. Now in various reviews, I've actually seen this cage come disassembled in the 4 various pieces. My cage, however, came fully assembled in this full package right here. I assumed that this cage would be like every other unibody cage where you just kind of flip it around, push your camera through, and everything would fit perfectly. I would say that this is not necessarily so, as this top section actually has padding under this section right here and this little U that kind of makes it very hard to just slide your camera through. From my experience, you actually have to take the pieces apart and build it around your camera. So essentially, it coming fully assembled really didn't help me at all, as I had to break it down and reassemble it around my camera. The only real complaint that I've seen other reviewers have about this cage is that it hinders your ability to use the C1, C2, and your mode selector. From my experience, this is more of slowing you down rather than completely preventing you from using this button. As you can see, I fully have access to the center lock button on the mode dial, and I can still change it. It's not really fast, but I can still change the modes. As far as the C1, C2 button, you really cannot come at it from the front. It's very difficult. To use the C1 and C2 button, it's much easier to go at it from behind, as you can see, than going at it from the front, which my fingers can barely fit through. This is kind of awkward, as you would usually go at it from the front if you're just holding a camera. You try to reach at it, no go. I personally have 2 minor complaints about this cage. The first one has to do with this top plate. My problem is that this top plate doesn't fully utilize the amount of space it has. All of this empty space could be used for more 3/8 and 1/4-20 screw mounts. I know there's already a lot of mounting locations on the top and side of the top plate, but could more have really hurt? That's kind of the whole point of having a cage, to allow you to have options to mount things wherever you want. My other complaint involves this cold shoe mount. I just wish that they put a little stopper like they do on their accessory cold shoes that prevent your accessory from potentially just slipping right off and falling to the ground. I would say that overall, I really like the SMALLRIG cage. For $100, it's hard to beat. There aren't really that many options around the same price range. Tilta and every other major brands are charging like $300, $400, $500 for their product. So $100 is very nice. The thing that I really like about SMALLRIG is that it is very customizable. It is very dependent on how much or how little the user wants to add to their rig. Whereas other manufacturers sell you just a giant bundle with what seemingly everything that they make, like a handle, wood grip, rods, and everything, SMALLRIG just sells you a cage. Not even necessarily this cage. They sell these parts individually, so you can really, if you don't want this side piece, don't buy it. To me, that's the nice thing about going with SMALLRIG. If you want the rod system, buy it. If you want the top handle, buy it. There are so many accessories and just little this and that that you can add on if you want to. I personally have ordered a bunch of other accessories from SMALLRIG for this cage and my overall setup. And if you're interested in seeing that, don't forget to subscribe. If this video has helped you out, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Share this video, comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next one.